Okay, the North Melbourne scores very quickly. We can go through that right now. And Fitzroy versus North Melbourne at Scone Park. I can barely hear you guys. It's, of course, over there at Princes Park. Fitzroy is 11-4-70. North Melbourne 11-8-74. That's the latest scores there. Can we hear you guys?
Yeah, okay. The ball came out of the centre from Thompson, but Graham Thompson, that was. Out on centre wing now, mark taken by Timmy Gardner, trying to lift the Thompson side. Kicks towards the centre half forward position. Diving attempt at a mark there, not paid, and correctly so, by Kelvin McFarlane. The umpire didn't pay that one. They're stacking on top of him, and a ball up decision run at centre half forward. Thompson needing a big lift in the third quarter to get back into the game. They got one here from Nan Curvis, who gave it across from to Timmy Gardner, who kicked quickly into the forward pocket. Down they go. Up come the defenders. Frank Nopey doing well there, heading for the safety of the fence for the Suburbs. Deep down there in the back pocket, and it's over the line and out of bounds. Scoreboard, 16 points to Thompson, 59 to the visitors who are Eastern Suburbs.
Yes, and Tim Gardner hobbling too for Thompson. Not good for the Tigers. We saw the ball come to ground. Jason Perry very impressed with his game in the back pocket today for the Eastern Suburbs side. Clears to the outer side centre wing. It's trapped sweetly by Nan Curvis. His hand pass, couldn't find the target. Kicked off the carpet there by Ashley Rosenau, and he's been very quiet also for the Tigers this afternoon, Cookie. As we said now, squeeze over the line and out of bounds, some 75 metres from the Thompson goal.
Yeah, Ashley Rosenau hasn't had the best of days, but he's got a few mates, Ronnie. There's a few of them just not quite attacking the footy hard enough, I would think, at the moment. Thompson, although they've been decimated by injuries, not quite attacking with the same vigour we saw them earlier in the year. Boundary throw in, up goes Richards, wins the hit down against Ruta, but unfortunately for his side, Thompson, he knocks it straight to the boundary line, and we'll have a repeat performance with Richards again doing battle with Ruta. Backwall comes in from the side trying to lend a hand. Little knockdown, comes out wide. Ruta slaps the ball further afield, looking for a teammate. Handball comes across to the classy O'Leary. He puts the ball on the left foot, up towards centre where he goes, heading for Stevenson, punched away from him by, might have been Nan Curvis it was. They've had an interesting duel, probably honest to Murray Stevenson at this stage, and it's over the line out of bounds for a centre wing throw-in decision.
Chris Reuter doing battle there. In front there was the big fellow Andrew Reuter, and Chris Richards, well, he's just not quite there at the moment, and he's really got to work on his game and compete a little bit harder for the Tigers if they're going to get back in the game, and that's what he does. Got in front that time. Good football, Chris Richards. He'll get the free kick outside half-back flank position for the Tigers.
Not getting any hotter here either, I might add, at Godfrey Street as Richards goes across the ground. Chance for Mick Thompson, looked to be claimed high, slapped away from O'Leary, got it out wide. Little kick from Stevenson, goes forward for the Suburbs. Into the pocket he goes, looking there behind his man, unfortunately was Trebilcock. He's got support from Ruta, that's Robert Ruta. Hand pass, not particularly effective. Umpires paid a decision here, holding the ball. Ronnie, what do you think about holding the man, actually?
Holding the man it was.
Holding the man it was. What do you think of that decision?
Well, the ball had gone Greg Trebilcock.
You got it out eventually, Ron?
Yes, has been awarded the free kick, and it was definitely there, Cookie, because he did not have the football.
Glad to see you, an ex-umpire, not canning the umpires on that occasion, and Greg Trebilcock lining up in front of the scoreboard, 20 metres out from goal, but on the boundary line. The angle's acute. Trebilcock comes in and fires. Oh, the goal umpire hardly moved. There's a fire behind the goal square. Perhaps some of the Thompson players should sit on that, Rob, to get them going a bit, but Trebilcock has kicked the goal, and the goal umpire waves the flags, and the fire blazes away merrily.
Yes, it certainly has, and it's all happening here at Godfrey Street Oval, Thompson, as we see now early stages of this third and vital quarter of football in round 13. GDFL football match of the day here at Godfrey Street between Thompson and Eastern Suburbs. Eastern Suburbs have moved to 9-11-65. They've eclipsed Thompson 2-4-16,
and there's a few cans with a few boys around that fire. I tell you, a couple of roast butts and a marshmallow would not go astray down there at the moment. It'd be warmer than it is up here, I reckon, Ronnie. Back to the centre.
Fair bit of hot air up here, Cookie.
Up goes Big Ruta, wins the hit down. Chart for Nan Curvis, can't gather it cleanly. Flipped out of the pack, flipped over the top. Here's a go. Kick it off the ground, Peter Bird. He did say towards half forward. Looking for his teammate there in Mick Thompson. Pulled away from the footy at the crucial stage. Hand pass comes back to Terry Nan Curvis. Defensive start of centre wing for Thompson. Kicks up and under left foot, kick towards half forward. Mickey Gans of Card Mark. Well tapped away, and they come in and congratulate the thumper. And that was on that occasion Dave Peters of the Eastern Suburbs side.
Yeah, good team spirit there shown by the skipper, Alan Rundle, as we see now the ball back into play. And,
Did you notice the face on Andrew Reuter as Big Richards giving one right behind the lister as he took front spot? I wouldn't be surprised if Reuter went from behind and slapped him back. Here he goes. Now he goes the ball. Well played, Reuter. Tried to knock the ball to the ground at the bottom of the pack. Alan Rundle might receive the free, and he does. And Radar's had a brilliant day. Oh, away he goes from half back up towards half forward. Clears down Curvis and couldn't mark. Running over. O'Leary picks up. O'Leary flies up the goal. Bouncing through his community. O'Leary kicks a ripper, and they go further ahead. Eastern Suburbs. This Ronnie is developing into a massacre. Certainly as Cookie, Mick O'Leary kicks his first, a dashing, classy gentleman for the Suburbs. Kicks his first and a very handy 10th goal for the Eastern Suburbs Footy Club. They move to 10-11-71. Lee Thompson 2-4-16, and we've been travelling, Cookie, I reckon, around about 8.5 minutes of the third and final term. Ronnie, big margin now. Warning signs are acute for Thompson. They could easily get beat by 100 points here if they don't. Unai Carlo, which is, I can tell you, my old man was in the war in India. It's Indian, but pull your finger out. Umpire starts the ball in the centre of the ground again. Reuter's in there, can't handle on this occasion. Little kick comes out from Thompson. That's Graham Thompson. Kicks the ball towards centre wing. Kick wasn't effective because it was marked there by the 15 jumper of Dale Wallace, and he played on immediately to Mickey Gann. He kicks the ball to half forward for Thompson. It's close to the fence. Can anyone get it, Ron? Because it's just gone out of screen for me.
No, they can't, Cookie, and we'll see the boundary umpire come into play. He'll throw it back in, and we're right on half forward. Members side here of Godfrey Street Oval. Thompson around about 80 metres from the Thompson goal, as we see Reuter from behind. Richards could have got a free kick for mine. No, said the umpire, as we see Dale Morrison kicking off the carpet again. He's working hard, Dale Morrison, and good encouragement there from Kevin Father McFarlane. Sees the ball now back into play.
We've got a few listeners down behind the goal where the fire is, because there's a few girls around the blush with the cans at the moment, and the fire blazing away merrily. Boundary umpire puts it back into play on centre wing. Grandstand side of the ground. 16 points, play 71. Eastern Suburbs with a big break. And the girls look as though they're doing all right. They've got a can each now. Up they go at the centre wing. Umpire found a free kick, and it's going to go.
Graham Hood, I think you'll find...
Well, he pointed both ways. That's what confused me, Ron. He pointed the Thompson way first, but it is going to the Suburbs. And Graham Hood, been quite a lively player. Left foot kick towards half forward. Looking down there for Rowbottom. Can't mark at the bottom of the pack. Graham Thompson. Buffer kicks the ball across the centre half forward. No mark taken. Oh, Drago over 1-1. He could have picked up. Ball sucking out wide. Kicked further afield by Chris Gardner. Goes and gets it himself. Well played, Chrissy. Doing well down there in defence. Kick towards halfback. Mark taken by Jason Perry. Gives it across to O'Leary. Stevenson it was. Claimed in the tackle. Lost it in the tackle. The ball spills wide. Treble-Cock goes in. They dive in on top of big Treble-Cock. And inside 50, half-forward flank position. We'll see a ball up. And Eastern Suburbs doing all the attacking.
Certainly are 55-point leaders. Eastern Suburbs. 10.5 minutes have gone to the third and final term here, GDFL match of the day. Ball now thrown in the air by the umpire. Whistle sounds. There's been an infringement. I think you'll find it's going the way of the Eastern Suburbs spearhead, Treble-Cock, for being held whilst the ball was not within the required distance.
And as I adjust this rug that I'm very pleased I brought here today, Ronnie, because we could have been a bit cold without it. You said, I don't want that, but you're claiming half of it right now. We can see Treble-Cock, who does well in attack because he's not frightened to do the ruck work. It allows Reuter to drop back across half back, as I can see him here, the kick behind the game. And Treble-Cock coming in to fire for goal. Inside 50, kicks with the right foot. Oh, not a good kick from Treble-Cock. Behind the pack, almost up, taking the mark there.
The big high fly. I think it was Robbie Reuter, was it?
Might have been Robbie Reuter. I had to look there. No, it was O'Leary. Got the hands on it, but it's off hands and through for 1 point only. And they've gone to 10 goals. Is that 11, Ron?
Let's have a look.
10-12, it is 72 to $2.4-16. They've got a big break, the Eastern Suburbs side here, as Rundle crashes his way through the pack. Fires out the hand pass out wide, looking for Gray. He pushes it in front of him, just Kelvin Gray, one of the fiercest tacklers in the game. And a nice guy, because he's gone and got the ball for the boundary umpire after he pushed it over the line. Yes, don't see that happen too often, Ronnie Bray. Take a bit of a call.
Yes, the ball now back into play. Richards this time flies high at the back of the pack, taps it away from the eastern suburbs goal, but Joffa Thompson there, I should say, Buffer it is, Graham it was, and he was happy to see it over the line and out of bounds, and well, out of bounds, we must say good afternoon, Noel Fanning. He's heading down to Barnhead at the moment, a little job down there, and good afternoon to our production manager, Noel Fanning.
Anyone we know down there, Ron?
The Barnhead Footy Club.
Oh, that's all right. I thought it was something else. Here comes the ball back into attack. Little left foot kick across the defensive side of play. Well played. Mark taken by Buffer Thompson, and well done by Robert Ruta, who saw him there and elected to concede ground, but narrow the angle. And here's Thompson. Graham Thompson comes in on the right foot. Long kick at the goal mouth. Out of the goal umpire. He shipped it across, signifying 4 points on the board. Eastern Suburbs go further ahead.
Great goal. Who kicked that one, Cookie? Good question, he said. And I'm going to tell you, that's Daffer Thompson as well. You've been calling Buffer, and he'll buff you after the game because it's Daffer.
But if he doesn't, Mick will. Great goal anyway, Daffer. Good on you, son. Nice goal on the board. It's his first of the day, Ron, too.
Eastern Suburbs 11.
I'd like to thank you for pointing that out too, brother. That's very good of you. Back to the centre. Up goes big Andrew Ruta. Wins the hit down towards Daffer Thompson. Daffer can't handle, but pushes out wide to the advantage of Graham Hood, who can't quite handle the football either. At the bottom of the pack, scoop it out the back they do through Ruta. Picked up here out wide. Might have been Stevenson. Gave it back to Frank Novi. Ducked ahead when he needed to. Little kick around the boundary line. Clears towards centre wing, and away come Thompson with a bit of a waspy round behind the play there too. You take the call, Ron. I'll watch the fight.
Jimmy Gardner it was, kicks the half forward, but the Tigers under an enormous amount of pressure. Oh, Andrew Reuter threw that one away, but the umpire said yes, there's a free kick. Saw that Jamie Backles stab on the footy, paid the advantage, rosses it from 30 metres. Great goal from the next half forward. Jamie Backles kicks his first, and a badly needed third goal for the Thompson Tigers.
Well, they need a few more, and Jamie Backwell did well there, kicking that goal, Ron, but it's probably his first kick for the day. Let's hope he gets a few more for the Thompson point of view, because he just hasn't been quite on the ball today. I think he's a better defender than a forward player, but with their injuries, I think they're having to play him out of position.
Yes, certainly, Cookie, and they have struggled here this afternoon, and because of those injuries, but then Eastern Suburbs, they're missing a couple of players as well, so you know, we can't use that as an excuse. It comes back to endeavour to win the ball, but Eastern Suburbs doing it well here this afternoon.
O'Leary gets the ball out of the centre, long towards half forward. No mark taken by Rowbottom. Play on the court. O'Leary goes down and butters up, kicks it up the ground into the pocket. Out comes Drago Golubovic, overran the ball and stumped away from him. Over the line and out of bounds it goes, right on the 50-metre line. Eastern Suburbs well into attack, looking to answer that goal from the Thompson Football Club, and they're looking to answer it quickly as the big fella goes up. Ian Evans slaps the ball to the turf, and Thompson can come out of defence.
Yes, but taking a great mark there over his opponent, both number 26s on that occasion. Maury Thompson, I should say Maury Stevenson from Eastern Suburbs wins out. The drop punt pass, a beauty, and a great courageous mark's been taken at centre-half forward by Peter Bird. He's no more than 40 metres out directly in front.
Ronnie, Maury Stevenson and Terry Nankervis, so when they lined up there, you'd have thought that Steve-O might have been in trouble, Michael, but he's had the honours today. That kick was a beauty to Bird, and Bird didn't make any mistake. Look at this, it's another goal on the board. Beautiful kick by the youngster. Peter Bird kicks his first. They've got multiple goal kickers. One to Ruta, that's Robert Ruta. One to Daffer, that's Graham Thompson, in case you don't know who he is, Ronnie. One to Maury Stevenson, one to Michael O'Leary, one to Graham Hood, one to Peter Bird, and 2 goals each to Greg Kibblecock, Darryl Rowbottom, and 2 to the nose picker, Drago Golubovic.
Certainly, and will be
3 goals for 22 to the Thompson Suburbs, 12-12, 84, well clear.
Yes, it certainly will be a quite clear result here this afternoon.
Too easy,
Reuter dominating centre bounce. Gets it down to Daffer Thompson, goes up there to Trevelcock, couldn't hold the ball, comes to ground, kicked off the carpet, Ian Evans, chipping in now Cal Gray with some dash, walks onto his right foot, his non-preferred side, kicks up to the forward line. At the crummer was Mickey O'Leary, but his kick on the left foot dropped short, and taking a timely grab at last line of defence looks like Jimmy Gardner.
Jimmy Gardner, he's done well down there too, Jimmy Gardner. Under overwhelming Chris Gardner, was it? Yeah, that's right. He's done well down there in defence, Chris Gardner, at the full-back position. Glenn Trebilcock's got a couple, but Jude's been down there a lot. His kick goes out to half-back. Here they come out towards centre wing, Thompson. Can they make something of this? They can't, because Chippy Alan Runnell fell over at the crucial stage, though, allows coming into the play Tim Gardner, who's playing with the footy. They all saw holding the ball. I didn't think he had much hope at all, but the free kick is going to go to Graham Hood. A true centre wing position, grandstand side of the ground, and the scoreboard shows 22 plays 84. It's a cakewalk for the Suburbs at the moment.
Certainly lovely kick too from the ruck rover half forward Graham Hood. A good lead likewise too for his teammate. I think you'll find it looks like Dapper Thompson again with another possession. Goes out wide, looks to the lead of Trebilcock, but chipping in, taking a courageous mark, Terry Nankervis. Breaks clear at half-back, had a bounce, kicks it out wide, looking for the father. That was Kevin McFarlane. He can't take it. Comes to Granor. McFarlane goes in hard for the footy. That was good to see, too, for the Tigers, as we see the ball spill free now where it looks like Kelvin Gray on the left foot, breaks clear and centre wing, kicks long to the forward line, but it's all Thompson. And I think you'll find that a back pocket player in Peter Hall gives it to his teammate there in Dale Molson, who clears for the Thompson side.
Yeah, but pushing the back or a trip, whatever you like, was paid. The Rundle play on the call, advantage paid. It winds up with Rowbottom. Rowbottom could have blazed away a goal. Unselfish play by Rowbottom. He saw Trebilcock on mark. He could well have blazed away from goal from the boundary line, and could well have kicked it too, I might add, because he's a lovely kick. Daryl Rowbottom saw Trebilcock at the corner of his eye and just popped over. A little easy right foot pass, went about 20 metres, narrowed the angle, and about 5 metres closer to goal. And you'd like to be on this kick from the big fella. Trebilcock comes in, goal umpire, doesn't have to move too far. It's a goal. Greg Trebilcock kicks his third, and they've gone further ahead.
I think the difference between the two sides, Cookie, is the endeavour at the ball, and if they can't get a clean possession, they tap it onto a teammate who's there, as we see that
He's
bad
probably
news for Eastern Suburbs.
He's going to come off too.
Yes, Greg Trebilcock is injured and is coming off the ground. A big blow for the Suburbs.
Greenwood's going to come back on. He'll probably play at full forward. He's quite a similar build to Greg Trebilcock, a little bit shorter perhaps, but quite a strong player. He's going down there to pick up Chris Gardner. Back to the centre. Chance here for Thompson to come into attack to Andrew Malley. He wins the ball out of the centre and kicks it long to the forward zone. Running out on the lead is Ben Stead, who's down there in attack now. He can't pick it up. Nopey's there doing his best for Eastern Suburbs. Put his hand in the air, said, how about holding the ball, umpire? Umpire not having any of Frank Nopey's antics there, and he's going to ball it up half-forward flank and Thompson in attack.
The big man fly for that guest video pie comes to ground where I think you'll find Stefanovski, the fullback, kicks it off the carpet. Jimmy Gardner's there at centre half forward, sharked it well, break the tackle from Rundle, kicks to the pocket, pretty poor disposal for mine, couldn't find Mickey Gann, would have been better off having a shot at goal for mine from 35 Cookie, but elected to go short and unfortunately he's paid the penalty there and it's out of bounds.
Well, I think he might have had a shot for goal. He's not fit, Jimmy Gardner. He was not selected Thursday night because of an injury, and when Shane Witherspoon had decided he'd play, and he's not fit. He's been hobbling around. I think he might have had a shot, but he's certainly feeling those ankles at the moment.
Well, we see the ball now thrown back in, and the Shark, well by Johnny Stefanovski, kicked under pressure, and you wouldn't believe it, a lovely mark's taken there for the Thompson side, and Dave Hickman an opportunity now from 50 metres.
Hickman ain't going to unload on the left foot. Oh, it's a long, long kick from Hickman, deep into the attacking zone. It's offline, 1 point only. It just swung away there at the last minute. Looked all right when he started to kick that one, but 1 point only goes on the board of Thompson when they are badly in need of goals.
Yes, certainly, Cookie's right.
Ronnie, just a quick report for the listeners on the fire at the far end of the ground. It's still going, and there's getting more and more girls and boys around there having a can, enjoying the country footy with a bit of warmth.
Yeah, great concept for mine. Wish we could bring it up here, Cookie.
You wouldn't want to start one up here, would you?
Well, Stefanovski, the fullback for the Suburbs, is elected to go to the outer side of the ground. He looked there for a teammate in Jason Perry, couldn't take the chest mark, and, well, umpires called for a ball up.
Up they go. Oh, pretty defensive stuff there. I think that might have been Julian Norman up high for the Suburbs, thumping the ball over the boundary line. Now, here's a player coming onto the ground for Thompson, right, as we wait for the ball to come back to the show. Glenn Wilkins I don't know why they use this guy off the bench. Every time we see him, he seems to play very well, and he's on and off all the time. And he did a fair job when he went in the ruck there before in that one quarter there, but he's off the ground again, and I just wonder whether they give him a fair go here, Glenn Wilkins at Thompson Footy Club.
Now back to the football as the umpire, Graham Munro, blows the whistle again. It's pretty scrappy football, that outer-side half-forward line for the Thompson side as we see the umpire throw the ball in the air, comes to ground, kicked off the carpet. Players going in very strongly for the football. There's been an infringement picked out of that pack, and I think you'll find Alan Rundle.
I think the umpire had to do something there. It was just to show it in ball up, continual stuff. Rundle kicks the ball out to centre and looking for Nankervis. He has been pushed out by his opponent, Stevenson. Actually took the mark anyway. He paid the free kick. And here comes Nankervis towards centre-half forward, up and under kick. You would have already sitting out of that one. Chance for Peter Byrne to grab it. It's knocked away from him, though. Kick, and here's another one up in the air. This will go out on the full run, I think, on the far side of the ground. It will do so. We'll just wait and see which way they come out of a pack of 20 players. And God knows who kicked it.
Ricky Maid was the number 4 Guernsey, the interchange player for Thompson.
He's on the ground, right? Well, his first kick, he's given one away straight away. So he's into the greatest start of all time.
Certainly not.
Here's Rundle again. He's been everywhere, Rundle.
Certainly has, and kicks along too. Looks there for high-flying Reuter. That was Andrew Reuter, but he couldn't take it. Good hands there from Joffert, or Dapper Thompson. Gave it back to Reuter, whose quick kick is well marked at centre wing by Cal Gray. Waste no time on the left foot. Goes short to Stevenson at half forward. Breaks clear. Goes there to the lead of Greenwood, who replaced the injured Treblecock. Couldn't take it. At ground level, the crummer was Galubovic. Hand passes to, that looked like Hood. His hand pass to a poor one, and it allows Thompson to break clear through Darryl Allen. Kicks it off the carpet, the way the Tigers go.
Through Nankervis, wide out there at centre wing. Kicks the ball towards where he is, playing at in the centre wing. Hand pass over the top. Here's Hickman. Handball to himself in front. He's playing to the tackle, loses it. Got support here. Coming in to help him is Malley. Malley's thrown off the footy, and Malley will take the free kick. Midway between centre-half forward and centre of the ground, Andrew Malley, the wingman for the Thompson Football Club, looking which way that way, goes short. Well played, Malley, on a lead out in front, taking the mark, Ronnie.
Christian McFarlane.
It was the young son, the young fella. Backwell's taking a mark, Ron.
Well, quite a unique situation. The number 36 Guernsey, Christian McFarlane, that's the son of the number 19 Guernsey, Kevin McFarlane for the Thompson Footy Club, and yeah, quite a unique situation.
You know Kev, of course, Ron, don't you?
Certainly.
You were going to call him Old Man Emu before we got on there, but you weren't game, and you were going to call this young fella Joey, who kicked the ball. Backwell's taken the mark, and away goes Backwell. Big long kick, Jamie Backwell. Wait till the goal on post, stripped it across. It's a goal! Oh, magnificent kick, Jamie Backwell. He's kicked 2 goals, both in this quarter. And I suggest he probably only had 2 kicks, but he's making big value of them, Ron.
Yes, certainly, and well, he needs to have another half a dozen, because at the present time they're looking down the barrel, Thompson. They're 4-5-29, trailing Eastern Suburbs 13-12-90. That's something like 61 points deficit for the Thompson Footy Club, and well, they've kicked 2 goals against the Breeze this quarter, Cookie, the third and vital quarter, and
do you feel Eastern Suburbs might have eased up a little bit? The game looks to be over. Do you think they might have just lapsed a little bit?
Yes, certainly.
Back goes to the centre. Up goes Reuter. Wins it down. Mickey Thompson takes it into the centre with a tumbling punt towards half forward. Chance for Rowbottom. Oh, the bounce is cruel for Rowbottom, and they're going to get out of defence. This might be into the fresh box. No, it's not. Went close. Peter Byrne dives trying to take the mark. Got nowhere near it, but looked very graceful. Did Peter Byrne as he dived up with him, and it's over the line out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
Chris Richards doing battle with Andrew Reuter. Over the top, Graham Hood. Got it down to Dapper Thompson. That was Graham. Played well here this afternoon with both knees heavily strapped. Kicks to half forward. Norman. That was Julian Norman. That was Thomas. Robbie Reuter up there at half forward. And he couldn't trap it, but Thompson can through Ian Evans. His quick kick to centre wing. Mark Mott. Played there by Graham Thompson. As the whistle sounds, Andrew Reuter held it out in the footy. He'll get the free kick.
The big fella dominated the rucks today. Reuter kicks towards centre-half forward, but his opposite number playing a kick behind the game. Ian Evans takes the mark. Oh, kicks it up in the air. He's found Richards. Wouldn't like to be waiting under that one. Richards gets the hand pass across. He was put under good pressure by Carol Gray, but he got it across to Timmy Gardner. He went forwards, but he's robbed the possession. A kick taken, a mark taken actually by Rowbottom, and Rowbottom kicks towards centre-half forward for the Suburbs. No one able to take it. Picked up by O'Leary. Tumbles the punt into the pocket. Oh, they're too good down there in defence at the moment, Thompson. They relieve the ball run. through the agency of.
Yeah, good football too for the Tigers, but a mark should have been taken.
Peter Hall it was.
Yeah, Peter Hall it was. Good call, Cookie, but Dave Burke should have taken it. The loose ball now spills through to Robbie Ruder. Traps it, puts the big barrel in from 60 metres right to the teeth of goal, but it's all Thompson through Peter Hall, and he punches the ball forward. And good football. Covers a good 30 metres for his side, and it's now some 45 metres from the Eastern Suburb goal members' side forward pocket. Good kick by Robbie Ruder into attack there, big long one. Kel Gray sharks his head out brilliantly, fires the left foot into the teeth of goal. It's thumped away down there by Chris Gardner, who heads for the safety of the boundary line. He might have conceded a point here, but a pretty wise decision because he was hotly pressed by 2 or 3 opponents, and a rush behind goes on the board to the Eastern Suburb side, and they are well clear. Third quarter. Yeah, Chrissy Gardner now elects to go to the outer side of the ground. Maury Stevenson could have been paid the mark for the Suburbs, but butted up well. Play goes on with a sweeping hand pass. Finds Drago Galubovic. Breaks the tackle. Shoots at goal from 40 metres. But he's offline. And maybe those flames in the square may have had something to do with that, Cookie. If he wanted to get near him, I reckon Drago, it's getting colder and colder here. Gardner takes the kick in and kicks it a good 60 metres, way out over half-back. Stevenson flies at the back, can't mark. His opposite opponent stays down now, Curvis, and sharks the footy. Kicks Thompson into attack, up towards half-forward. At the bottom of the pack, here's a chance. Rundle's in there doing well. Lays a tackle, goes back and gets it, Rundle. Has to hand pass in a hurry. Gives it across to his big teammate in Julian Norman, who has been effective but unnoticeable. He's done his job at centre-half back, Ron. He gets it towards Rowbottom, who has to turn around, try to slap it towards Stevenson. It's all very close to the fence out there, and the boundary umpire, who is right on the job, has agreed with me, and he says, let's have a recommencement of play through what I get paid for and what I do best, a boundary throw-in. Good on you, Cookie. Back into the football that go. We see Ian Evans this time get the tap down. Lovely football straight to Ian Curvis, who crumbed it well. Kicks the ball up to half forward. Windy Wolf there was, I think you'll find, Jim McFarlane. No, it wasn't. It was number 16 in Gerard Beanstead. He's kicked though a poor one. And as he was dragged off the ball, we see now that the Suburbs can break clear through Mocker Stevenson. Well played by Gray. Got it to Stevenson. Down to half forward it goes. Hand pass over the top's a good one. Throw goes to Mick Thompson. Drago lines him up. Bang, bang, bang. Let's have a look at this one. It's a goal. Drago's bombed her. Oh, 3 goals for the Drago. You can't give him an inch, Ron. He's as quick as a mouse. He's as small as a mouse, but he can pop a goal through. 3 goals for he's kicked today. Could have easily kicked 5 or 6. And they go further ahead to the Suburbs with a good build-up, starting with Cole Gray, way down at half-back and finishing up, of course, with the defensive nose pickers, Drago Galubovic bombing the goal. Yeah, great football. There's good unselfish football, too, from Mickey Thompson, the coach, who give the hand pass to him. But 28 and a half minutes of travel of the third and vital quarter. We see now that Eastern Suburbs, 14-98, they absolutely eclipsed Thompson here this afternoon, 4-5-29.
We're still looking for the mark of the day today, Ron, from the
got a couple.
You've got a couple written down. That's good, because I haven't got any good marks written down. It hasn't been a day for great marks. There's been a few good judgment ones. As the ball out of the centre comes to centre wing, Peter Byrne tries to kick off the ground. It actually lands in the arms of his teammate, his young teammate O'Leary, who punched towards half forward. Just got past Kel Gray. He's got support from Greenwood. Oh, Greenwood gets it back to Gray. He loves the shot at the goal on the left foot. Lines him up and goes bang! A beautiful play. Suburbs. Well played. Out here, Peter Byrne to O'Leary. O'Leary, his kick was too far for Gray. Greenwood, strong, used the body well, hand pass to Gray. He was on his favoured left foot, and he made no mistake. Magnificent play by the Suburbs, and they're looking pretty good, Ronnie. They might give a couple of these Division 1 top sides, as they call themselves, a bit of a fright.
Certainly, and they play Mottawarri next weekend, I believe, too, out at Mottawarri. They're very keen, and they're looking forward to that clash.
They're playing well at the moment. They're playing with a lot of confidence in each other.
Yeah, good team football, Cookie's the secret. They're very sure of themselves, and their skills with the heavy, slippery football here this afternoon have been quite good, and that's the difference between the two sides here this afternoon.
104 plays 29th. Eastern Suburbs with the big lead. Back to the centre. Mick Thompson's got it out again to Robert Ruter. Ruter gets it across to Graham Hood. Running free at centre half forward. Runs across onto his favoured left foot. Lays it up. Goes long, but he's way off line. Cold umpire hits his chest repeatedly. 1 point only.
He could have settled a little more, Graham, on that occasion. plenty of time.
Was running sideways, Ron, when he had the kick, and it had to go that way. He had to hook it back and wasn't able to do so.
Okay, Ian Evans brings the ball back into Thompson. Likes to come to the members' side, but again, it's always in the suburbs. Peter Bird takes it uncontested.
Down third, Ronnie.
He's been flattened by Chris Richards as he kicked the football. Umpire Munro now is just talking to Richards,
just explaining why the free kick's given. Good umpiring there. Come across and told him why. And now the ball will be relayed down right into the goal square. Bird's kick was slightly offline, was it, or was it a goal?
Well,
no,
he's now coming back.
Now he's covering some ground. Is it Darby Munro?
Well, the ball should go down the teeth of goal.
I would have thought it'd go down. Or if he's doing, he was pushed as he kicked, he'll have to come back.
Had the ball, yes, it's an interesting one, Cookie, because had the ball gone through the goal mouth area on the full,
wouldn't have been a free, would have been a goal.
Back. But if it bounces in from here to the goal mouth, in the 10-metre square, it should go to the 10-metre square.
I think he's paid the free kick for pushed as he kicked, not pushed when after he kicked, Ron. And here's Peter Bird. He kicked again the second time. It's swinging back. They're clapping down there in the goal mouth. It's a goal. Oh, magnificent kick, Peter Bird. His second goal of the day. It's a one-horse race now in the match of the day. Thompson are getting annihilated by Eastern Suburbs. The injuries are really telling now, and they've gone to 4-5-29 Thompson. They are trailing the Eastern Suburbs 16-15, 111. And I told you before, Ron, they're looking down the barrel of a 70 or 80 point defeat, or 100 I might have mentioned, and it's not far off it now. 18 points away from it.
Certainly, the timekeepers may have gone to sleep, Cookie, because we've been travelling 33 minutes in this third and vital quarter out here at Godfrey Street. And,
well, if they're listening, can you play the siren, because Ron wants to lighten up a cigarette? I'll take the calls, he does so. Out they go. Robert Rudier gets across to Michael O'Leary. They're on attack again up towards half forward. No mark taken. Oh, dishing one hit there. Chris Gardner unloaded with the right hand. That wasn't bad. And Kel Gray said, I'll take you on. The ball's gone towards centre wing. Picked up by Dan Curvis. He's pulled down as he kicked. Comes back towards Big Benstead. He can't break his way through the pack. He's tackled. Stevenson's in there. Comes out the side of the pack. There's Kel Gray gone back and gone up the footy. Well played. Lays the tackle and the hand pass goes across towards Robert Rutter. But the free kick is going to go the way of Thompson. Up there short of the centre wing position. Umpire said too high. And the player getting this one, Roddy, might be Nathan Armstrong. It is.
Yes, it is. Good call, Cookie, as Armstrong's kicked to the outer side centre wing position. Looks there for his teammate in front. There was Rod Backwell up there, was it? He couldn't take the ball.
Temper's a little bit frayed there. Backwell just getting a bit of a shove, and they just tell him where the disco is tonight, I think, as they pushed him away. Umpire throws it back up on the far side of the ground. It's not back towards the advantage of Thompson, but they take it away to, might be Mickey Thompson, actually, for Eastern Suburbs. Kicks to half forward. Rowbottom drops one, but picks it up well. Fires a long kick. It's bouncing, but it's bouncing offline. He's a big kick, isn't he, Darryl Rowbottom? He's kicked that one a long way. Kicked it 65 metres for sure, but it bounces awkwardly and goes over the line out of bounds. Left forward pocket. Well, we must have played 34 minutes in this third quarter. 111 plays 29, and it's a big victory on the cards here for Eastern Suburbs.
Evans works hard for Thompson in the back pocket. Looks there for Nan Curvis, but he's hotly pressed there by Mick O'Leary. And happy to see it go over the line. There's a couple of car headlights flashing to suggest that it's getting a bit dark here, Cookie. They've even turned the lights on here at Thompson.
Well, I want you to light your cigarette lighter again, Ron. It's getting very dark up here. Hard to see, but we'll kick at it. We'll stick at it. Oh, they are. There's the siren for three-quarter time. The timekeepers had not gone to sleep, Ron. All they're listening to your call as you light your cigarette. It's the three-quarter time. Thompson have got 4 goals, 5, 29 points on the board. They are trailing Eastern Suburbs, who've got 16 goals, 15. They kicked 8 goals that quarter, the Suburbs.